I'm Christina Tehel Amelong. Every week in our weekly service at One Love, One Communion, Many Paths, One Mountain, I have the honor and opportunity to study the first principles of reality as they have been articulated by Dr. Marc Gafni and Barbara Marx Hubbard. Those two have worked together for over 100 collective years to articulate the story of the new human and the new humanity based on these first principles. The first principles constitute what they have called a universal grammar of meaning, or the new story, or a global ethos for a global civilization. Every week, guided by grace, Dr. Marc articulates the principles in precise formulations, and every week I recapitulate pivotal sections of the first principles in direct quotes from the prior week's articulation of Many Paths, One Mountain. I spend hours picking the exact string of direct quotes from their articulation and weaving them together, a string of sentences that I hope will activate in you a heart inflamed and committed to changing the world with outrageous love. Here goes the recapitulation. Prayer, the personhood of Kosmos, restoring the dignity of personal need. Prayer is a first principle. Prayer is a first value. First principles and first values evolve the source code and participate in the evolution of love. First principles are needed for the envisioning of a new human and a new humanity. We must bring prayer back into the center of society to actually wrest the hijacking grip of fundamentalism on prayer, which understands prayer as a kind of cosmic vending machine. Prayer is not a cosmic vending machine. Prayer is an ask where we must bring all of ourselves. We need things, and prayer affirms the dignity of personal need. Our needs are real and beautiful and holy, and prayer affirms them. Homo sapiens has climbed and climbed and become an apex predator in the win-lose metrics of the success story. We now feel the call of the imaginal cell that wants to turn the caterpillar into a butterfly. One text of the interior sciences, the Zohar, calls the three persons of God Ani, Ata, Hu. I, you, and he, she, meaning first person, second person, and third person. God in the first person is she who lives in me. Tat Bam Asi, thou art that. The infinite no-thingness lives in me. God in the second person is the personhood of Kosmos, cosmo-erotic humanism. Reality is the infinity of intimacy that knows my name. Every thought, every gesture, every flutter, every fear, every fantasy, every glimmering of greatness. God in the third person is the evolutionary impulse, the forces of physics, the galactic powers that form stars, supernovas, the incessant self-actualizing, self-organizing creativity of cosmos manifesting myriad complexity, dazzling beyond all imagination, that we faint in rapturous ecstasy. God in the first person, God in the second person, God in the third person are all part of the one. When we pray, We ask for everything. We are participating in the larger field of cognition, the larger field of intelligence. Love evolves and it becomes us. We are part of a system. Our intelligence doesn't live just in us. It's accessing all sorts of inputs, and it's animated at every second by the larger systems of intelligence and love. We live in a world which has pan-interiority. It's interiors all the way up and all the way down. The nature, the feeling of this interior is intimacy. Every it is actually a thou. It has an interior. It's alive. It's pulsing. It's yearning to touch and to connect. We are ready to become part of the new DNA of the new human and the new humanity. We are a band of outrageous lovers, and we are committed to being revolutionaries. We take upon ourselves the burden, the joy, the ecstasy, and the responsibility to know that reality needs our service, and that prayer is kissing the lips of the infinity of intimacy who knows our name.